Welcome back to ijdm. Yeah, I promised a follow-up on this CarPlay, portable CarPlay display you can put in any car. It attaches via an arm there, and it's got a little glass plate. I mean, otherwise you can mount it to your windshield, but I just prefer not to have anything on my windshield, but I just mounted it right here, and it's holding fine, and there's that Velcro strap I had mentioned is underneath here. It's just kind of a thing to keep it from wobbling around, kind of keep it from sliding around wherever you put it on your dash. That's fairly handy. So I can give thumbs up. I mean, I think this handle thing's a bit excessive, but it's made decent. So and it's pretty strong as far as I can tell, and it's okay for what it does. I mean, you could always use some kind of magnetic mount. I wouldn't see why that wouldn't matter on the back. And this mount just clips into the back, as I pointed out on the first video. And this is straight up CarPlay. I had a few people ask me, friends and family ask me, well, is it true CarPlay? Like, is it a fake CarPlay? I was like, no, this is like the real thing. CarPlay isn't proprietary necessarily to just Apple products. They make all kinds of head units that fit in here in your car that you can trade out that are aftermarket that have the CarPlay and, for that matter, Android Auto capability, which is very neat if you don't have the option like me of pulling your head unit out and it because there's too many car functions tied into it or whatever. Probably going to see less and less of that, I think, going forward over the next few years, but don't quote me on that. I've just noticed that some of the newer models of, like, say, even this vehicle, they've moved most of the heater and air conditioning functions, climate control, back to the actual unit where there's another screen here again. On some models, it depends on what model you have. Some don't even have that display thing, where mine does. If I hit a button called climate, it obviously gives me my climate information, which is obviously off right now. And you do have your phone and messages. I'm not hitting any of these because I don't want to give anything away as far as my exact location or other people I know. I do have my Google Maps, which I use that once in a while, but I mainly use the Waze app. I like it because it's instantaneous and kind of lets you know what's going on right away. And it's accurate for the most part. My Spotify for my music, and then I got TuneIn and iHeart, and then the car function just takes you right back to that screen where you can do your programming. It has the FM transmitter, which you can transmit it down to your stereo. I just use the Bluetooth from my phone and straight into my unit, and it's good to go. But if you want to use the FM transmitter, it works okay. I just wish they had added the option that if you wanted to Bluetooth this, which I don't think it has, I've checked every function, don't see it anywhere, where it actually has the Bluetooth, where not only does it receive the Bluetooth from the iPhone and Wi-Fi, but it also sends it to the radio. That was one thing I could do with that Android tablet I made using the little box mounted to the back that it could do if I wanted to. But like I said, I'm happy with it the way it is. And it does have its own speaker, so if you're listening to a regular radio, terrestrial radio, or Sirius or whatever XM on your radio, or you're listening to, MP3s or whatever on your head unit, then you can still, if you don't have this turned on in my media function, then what happens is it comes through a speaker on this and does have an adjustable volume, as you can see. And you can also adjust the brightness to turn it from night to day, and then obviously adjust it accordingly. And then your settings, and this is where you can also play different media. There is a port on the side that accepts a mini SD card. Very neat. I mentioned about it having, it's a wireless CarPlay unit. Yes, indeed it is, but I don't know if it's something with iOS. I think I have 13 currently. When I had iOS 12, the wireless CarPlay worked fine in any car I got in that had it, and along with that the other tablet I had. Since I've changed to 13, for some reason, you got to reset the phone every once in a while for the wireless CarPlay to work, or reset the CarPlay unit. So my solution was, even though I don't like a lot of wires, I am running wire to my phone, which my phone is getting older, so it also keeps it charged. And you don't obviously have to worry about power on this unit because it does have a cord to it. Again, as far as the wireless CarPlay, it may work fine. I guess we're up to iOS 14 now. I stay on 13 for my own particular reasons, but it may have fixed that problem. But from what I've heard, it doesn't look like it's necessarily, it's still kind of one of those things, maybe. I don't know. If you have a comment about that, feel free to go ahead. There's a backup camera that you can hook up to this. I actually thought about rigging it up on the front of my car in the grill from when I park in my garage and figuring a way, because it does hook through, I guess, your reverse lights or whatever to tell the unit to switch into the video mode for the actual camera. Not using that, and again, it's more wires, and I said in the other video I want to run through here or hide them a little bit better, but for now, until I find a better solution, I mean, it really doesn't bother me that much. I mean, it seems like nowadays you always have a dash cam or some kind of wire still hanging from your dash, even with all this wireless connectivity and batteries lasting a little bit longer. But again, don't worry about power, because you're plugged right into your 12-volt port on your, wherever you have it on your vehicle. But that is it for this CarPlay unit, and this will probably be the final wrap up. If you're a company that makes these units, I would like to give a few away on my channel, and if you happen to make them, and I know they're made by 2 different companies that I can find, Road Top, and the other one appears as Coral Vision, and they look like the same exact unit, so I think they're just rebranding. So there may be another company in behind that makes them, that actually puts these together, and then these people just distribute them. Not sure on that, don't quote me, but if you have any information on these and where to get them, I know they're out of stock currently as of doing this video on the Big A site, where everybody shops, not to be found anywhere on there. And then I did look on the other big auction site, everybody knows what that is, and saw a few of the Coral Vision units. But on the big auction sites right now, I'm just a little shy on using them. I gotten burned a few times recently, so anyhow, that's the CarPlay unit. We'll see you next time on ijdm.